Today I'm going to use the idea that I used to make these cards to make a page to go in a journal I'm making. It's the pink journal. I think I've mentioned that before. And what I'm going to do is show you the cards first. I don't know. I saw this idea somewhere on YouTube. I don't know who did it. If it was your idea or you know who did it, let me know and I'll give a link in the description box. I like to give credit where credit's due. These are what I've made. I made this one first for my beach journal. And the idea is that there's a belly band here that covers up this top loading pocket, up tuck pocket. It has another little card up there in it. And I thought that would be fun to have on a page. I like to have interactive journals and secret spots for journaling and things like that. So anyway, that's this one. And then this one is another one I did that has embossed paper there and the place for the journal card or tag to go in there underneath. So when everything's in place, it just looks like a tag with a belly band and a little card stuck in there, a little tag or other journaling card. So anyway, let's get started. No need to waste more time here. This is the page I decided to use. This is I think it was coffee or tea dyed page that also had, I was also working with some blue food coloring and it's bled up on this side. And I thought this kind of went together, but then I decided it wasn't really close enough to be on the same page. So I'm going to make the page on this part and that will just be in the book too. And I think the distance will make it work fine. This is scrapbooking paper. It's not a very thick piece. What I've already done is I cut the width of the page, which since this is 11 inches, cut this piece 5.5 inches wide. And I went ahead and decided about how far up I wanted this to come. I wanted it about, see how far, there's my little mark. I was thinking a third, and a third. But I may come down about another quarter to half inch on that so that it fits there and has the belly band there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut this off now and then we can glue it down. And I'm going to make a new mark because I like that spacing better. I'll take this one off. And I'm just going to use my little trimmer here to cut this. I think the blades on this are getting kind of dull, so I may have to do some. I don't think these are replaceable. I don't know, but I may have to do something else before too long. Anyway, this will work for now. Just if you're doing this, you just want to have it up against that so that it's straight, and then just slide the cutter across. I'm just going to go ahead and glue this down. I'm going to glue the belly band on at the sides, and it will be kind of over that a little bit. This is Fabri-Tac that I'm using. I'm just going to go around the edge of this paper. And across the top. And down this side. Okay. All right. I'm going to put it up in this corner and get it lined up on that side. This outside edge is more important than the inside edge in this case because this will be in the spine over there and not show as much. Okay, so that's our up tuck pocket. I'm not going to put anything different on this. I kind of like that color, and it doesn't need to be covered up with anything else, I don't think. What I want to do now is measure my, I'm going to put this green, it's way bright, but under the lace, I think it looks pretty, and it kind of gives a little more dimension there. And I'm going to go ahead and glue this together, and I need to decide if I'm going to have this overhanging the edge like that, or have a little bit of that paper showing there. And I may just do it this way. I think that kind of conceals the fact that there's a pocket there. And I'm gonna need need to cut that at the diagonal there too, so I'm going to cut it here, hopefully. Actually, I'm going to cut it a little bit long and then I can trim it back. I'm going to glue the ribbon to this lace, and I'm going to put some paper under it because lace is notorious for letting glue go through. This ribbon is grosgrain and it has a slightly, has a little border thing there, and this side is smoother. And since that's where the paper is going to be sliding in and out, I'm going to put the smooth side on the outside, or toward the back. So I'm gluing this side. And I think I'm just going to go down both sides of it, make sure it's stuck good so that whatever's put in and out of the pocket won't get hung up. Get this over here, we'll see it a little better. My glue may be mad at me because I left the cap off of it. It seems like it didn't want to come out. But it's just going to have to get over it because we must craft. And that's probably going to go too far, but anyway, we won't worry about that right now. Okay. One thing about it being a little hard to get the glue to come out, it doesn't glob out like it sometimes does. This lace also has that little edge around some of the design, so that's the front of it. I'm going to put this on the back. And I'm mainly just heading over the center of the flowers there. Okay, so that's our belly band that goes on here. Just will need to cut it off, but I'm going to glue it down first, I think. I kind of like that best. I almost didn't give myself enough wiggle room there. So, go ahead and glue this down. And put it like that. And this side. Okay, there we go. And hopefully when that dries, it will be easy to slide something in and out of the belly band and also up into the pocket. Here's a card. You can just slide up in there and down here. So that's how it will look when it has something in there. Okay, so that is our page, and I just need to trim off this edge over here. Or I could leave it hanging out a little bit. Just, I don't like the sideways part too much, but if you wanted to, you could do what Kathleen Maurer does, and that is bring it around to this side so that going out this way, and you just bring it back for a little ways to make a tuck spot there, which would be cute. And I kind of intended to do that and didn't, but anyway, there we go. I'm just gonna trim this off though. I may just let a little bit of it be sticking out. I don't know. We'll see how that looks, and if we don't like it, we can trim it back further. And then on this side, I'm going to go ahead and fold this page like it will be for the book. That doesn't need to be stuck down. I may need to trim the paper off there too. Okay, I'm going to cut it this way. And I'm going to try not to cut my page, or I'll be mending the spine. Okay, let's see how we did. No cuts in the paper, yay. Okay, so that is the major part of this, is that we have the belly band made and the lace there. I was thinking about adding a little more decoration here, And what I have is some bits here of things. I've been making some little pieces of crocheted, copying a corner of a doily or something, just a little bit, because I have such a hard time cutting up doilies. And I thought, well, if I make it and I just make a little bit, then it's made to go on something, and I don't have to feel like, oh, I'm ruining something that I've, exists. So I'm just gonna cut these threads off of here. Something antique or some, I don't know. I feel like when the handmade things kind of have part of the personality and the essence of somebody who made them in them. And there's a story in there. We may not know what it is, but there is a story there. So, I don't know. I guess I'm sentimental and crazy about that, but that's how I feel. So, anyway, this is something I thought about putting on here. And I guess I could just extend that out a little bit on there if I wanted to do that. Do I think that's a good idea? Don't know. And then this is a little piece from my aunt's estate. She loved to crochet, and she did a lot of crocheting when she was younger. And then there's some pieces that I got that she made, but she hadn't finished. This was apparently going to be a little doily with these little wheels in there. And I thought that might be pretty on top of that. I'm going to cut that one off. There's also this one, which is a little too thick for this. And I could put a white flower on it, or a pink flower on it, or over here maybe. I think I need to cut it off first, though, to see where it needs to go. I'm going to use these scissors that have a little point on them. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the thread that this attaches to this. So hopefully I can do that and not have it unravel. Just right in there, I believe is where it goes. I just barely cut it. Cut it a little more. It's not, barely wasn't enough. Okay. And this one. Okay. Hopefully this one won't unravel now since I did that. At least I hope not. So that is this, and I'm going to cut this back. I'm going to glue it. And that might be enough on there, just those two pieces. I don't know. Maybe I want to put it this way and have that over the edge. And put this here. Kind of like that. I still feel like it needs something behind there. Some lace or something else. I've got lace, so I don't know about lace. I did all this paper waxing recently. Maybe I should put a piece of paper under there. I'll take a corner of this crazy scribbles I did, maybe down here, and use part of that. I'm tearing it bigger than I'm going to use because I'm going to tear off the other edges on that. About the right size, I hope. Let's see how that looks. Deciding is always the hardest part for me. Do I like this? Do I not like this? I think it's too wide. I think that's the problem. Take a little more off the top and bottom. I want that part to stick out. I think this was when I scribbled on with Crayola. And I need to remember that I need to keep this open down here because it needs to have the room for something to go up in that pocket. Okay. What do we think? I think I will put a pearl on it. I have these that my friend gave me from Hobby Lobby. And let's see. That size pearl will be good. Maybe in the center of that or down here. I think that's the size I want, so. I'm just going to use the X-Acto knife to kind of have something to hold on to this with to place it. Okay, so I could put it here. Actually, I should probably glue this stuff down before I start putting pearls on top. I think it goes in the center. Yeah, I like that. Okay, well, I'm just going to glue it down. I'll take it apart and glue this down to that. And then this will go there, like that. And this will go on here. So I'm just going around this outside edge on this. These are kind of funny to glue down because there's so many holes in them. Okay, we'll see if that works. And put it there. Put it a little further in, like that. And I'm going to put some extra glue under that pearl so it stays stuck. Oh, and then I need to glue this down. I'm kind of forgetting the main thing here. I'm putting lots of glue on this one because I'm going to need it to stick down good. Up there. And I think. Okay. So that's going to be our page. And do I have a tag? I have this card that I made. I'm gonna round the corners on it. This will make a nice journal card, I think. Hopefully it will be able to be written on the back of with the wax that's on it. But it has very light wax on it because I used the Crayolas on it, and there's not much of the other beeswax or those candle wax things on it. So there is that, and then whatever we want to put up underneath can be the secret part. Okay, these are some things I thought about using in this journal, so I thought we'd just see which ones we want to use here. This is a historic house in our neighborhood that is called the Roberts House, and I visited there one time with Rachel, and we got some information about it. It's very interesting. It was built in the 1800s. That's an option there, but that sticks out when you take that card out. I don't know if I want that or not. This is a possibility. With the bow there, that's kind of in the way, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Add over the top of that. That's kind of bumpy-wumpy. Just a flat card may be the best thing to put in there. And this could even go in here and then have something else on top, like that. It would be pretty. I might do that. I don't know. Decisions. Deciding is the hardest. That's what Rachel from Roxy Creation says, and we agree. That looks pretty with that pink on there. So anyway, I will figure it out and make pictures to put at the end so you can see how I finished it off. I did a little more work on this off camera, and I wanted to show you what I ended up doing. I don't know if these pieces are what's going to stay in the belly band or not, but it's just some various, this is an index card that I stamped on and put these die-cut flowers on, a little ribbon at the top. And that's one of the Asimic writing Crayola cards I did when I was doing the wax. This is just a page that was an extra for a daytimer that I still had from my working years. And then what I put in under this, in this pocket up underneath, is what I made off camera. This is just a little strip of waxed paper, and I used corrugated cardboard to stamp some lines right there. And my Tim Holtz, and this Tim Holtz stencil to stencil some design on there. And then this is a picture out of a magazine, Better Homes and Gardens, where they do the color things, and I thought that was pretty with this. So I did that and wrapped it around to the back. And then I decided it was too flimsy just to be hanging there, and I didn't want to glue it down, so I added a backing to it. And I'm trying to decide if I want to glue the sides down and make it a pocket, or if I just want to leave it for extra writing space. And this is a sticker and some lace there, and the back is like that. So that's what I ended up with. It's going to go in this pocket, this up-tuck pocket. And the lace is just long enough to stick out just a little bit so you know it's in there. And that's that card, and the one with the fake writing on it, and this. So that is my project. Thanks so much for watching. I'm glad you came by, and I hope you enjoyed this and liked the idea of the secret spot there underneath with the belly band on top to conceal whatever's in there. I hope you have a good week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.